All right. Hello. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And thank you for joining me. I'm Possible Terence, live on Friday over Facebook once again. All right. And once again, if you've noticed, and joined me on Monday, the camera angle, all right, is a little bit weird. Right now, I say the camera angle is a little bit weird because my usual camera, all right, isn't working with the software, and it's only detecting, right, the camera on my MacBook, right? Why is just some technical difficulty, right? So it seems like there's quite a bit of conflict between the software and my computer system at the moment, but I guess, right, I'm not the limelight over here, right? The portfolio, the cash flow is pretty much the main, the main play and the main actor of the entire session. All right, so let's get to it. Yeah, all right. Sorry, my throat was a little bit dry. I just needed some warm water. Okay, now, so let's get everything going. And let me bring across the US market. Give me a minute. Okay, here is the US market, and it's not coming up. It's blank. Oh my God, it's blank. There we go. Okay. All right. Now, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen. All right. And we are still inside. Okay. Yes, we are still inside the zone. All right. Now, the zone of 3,850 to 3,600. All right. So that's the 250 to 300 point zone that we're playing around right now. All right. So if you're going to ask me, Terence, is this market going to rally? I don't know. Right, Terence, is this market going to crash further? I don't know. We are right in the middle of the zone right now. Right, but if you look at the RSI, right, it is bouncing up and it is trying to challenge the 50 zone again. Right now, so why is this significant? The 50 zone is the middle line. So if it manages to cut back above, right, then the bulls have a reason to cheer. The bulls have a reason to continue buying or pushing, at least for the algorithms. All right, so you must understand the computer system runs the market. Right, and as some of my students have pointed out, right, trading volume this week has been pretty light. All right, now, so because trading volume is light, right, you know that there's not a lot of participants, right? So it's pretty much the algorithms that's running the show, right? And algorithms are very, very simple. How do I say this? They're not simple human beings, yeah, okay, all right, but they run very, very simple systems, right? Which means, okay, they follow the momentum, they follow the strength. So if they can detect or smell, right, a reason, right, to push this market higher because of the indicators, right, or if the indicators show them the sign, right, they will gladly do it, all right. And the reason is, by the end of the day, they're zero net neutral, all right. So they're probably in for only a couple of minutes or a couple of hours, right, that we do not know because they run different softwares, right, but they don't care, all right, which means, right, they don't really care how high the market is, or they don't really care how cheap the market is, yeah, okay, but they just keep running based on the momentums that they sniff out, right? Now, so with that, it is our own job as retail traders, as retail investors, to keep ourselves safe, right? And that's what I've been trying to do, right? For coming close, I would believe already 2 years right now, okay? And for the last seven months, right, we did start a new portfolio, right, to signal a change of the current market, of which, in April this year, markets kind of got difficult, all right? So we did a new portfolio segment to adjust to that, and also to put out a challenge to myself. As you can see, this was in May, right? We started this $2,000 cash flow portfolio, right? The portfolio size didn't change, right? It was the same $100,000 capital, yeah, okay, right now, and we grew it right now to about $114,000, right? And successfully achieving, all right, about $2,000 every single month, right? We did it for May, right? June, July, August, right? We over delivered almost every other month. All right, we were just shy in the month of September, right? And we over delivered again in the month of October, right? So in an average, right, we've been hitting it out almost 7 months in a row right now. Is this going to be the 8th month, right? Okay, now it'll be pretty stellar if we can hit it 8 months in a row, right? But as of right now, I'm a bit short, right? I'm about $425 or $426 short, right, on my target for this month. So will that force me to take some actions today? That will depend, right? It always depends on first, safety first. Can I find a good, decent trade for me to add to the cash flow? If I can, right, then I will gladly do so. But if I can't, right, I'm not about to risk my own money because this is real money at stake. As many of you have witnessed with me over the week, right, these are all live transactions that I'll be doing, right? Hence the disclaimer on the screen, right? Whatever I say today, right, all forms of investing bears the risk of loss. So please be aware that you must be, understanding all the risk involved before deciding on your own, right? If you're going to follow any of these trades in your own accounts. Okay, they are by no means any form of recommendations at all. These are just discussions, right, for learning points, right, that I want to share with all of you. That isn't very difficult to take things into your own hand, right, and manage your portfolio, right, for outsized returns. Now, so with that, right, once again, all right, thank you very much. All right, thank you very much for to focus. All right, now, so once again, all right, thank you very much over here. Yes, I didn't see comments because my camera is not on the right screen, so it makes it more difficult. Right now, but I haven't got to it yet. All right, so let me get to it right now. So if you're joining me for the first time, all right, please see the banner which has been blocking you, right? And it says go to this website, all right, streamyard.com/Facebook, all right, okay, and you'll be brought to a Facebook banner, right? Do hit the banner, right, so that when you leave a comment, we'll actually be able to see, right, who's the person who's leaving that comment, so I can address you in person. Okay, all right, now, so now that that is done, all right, I promise I'll remove that banner. All right, and voila, here we go. All right, now, so Nian, good to have you back here. All right, Andy. All right, Jimmy. Okay, good. Now, so Jimmy, you're going to be my banner from now on. Okay, you're the live banner. All right, now, so let's get going, shall we? Okay, now, so I did run an impromptu session, right, to replace, right, the one last Friday. All right, my apologies that I had to cancel the, kind of live session, right, last Friday due to technical difficulty, right? I was about to get to run the session and then I realized I couldn't connect, all right, and it didn't want to let me connect no matter how, right? So I apologize for that. Sorry, the AC in the fan is running a bit high, so it's causing my throat to be a bit dry. All right, now, so as I was saying over here, all right, my apologies for last minute cancellation. All right, so just to provide my commitment, I did the session on Monday. All right, it was a little bit late, but I had prior mentorship obligations, all right? So once that is done, all right, okay, I did run the session and we did close the eBay trade for 44 cents on Monday, all right? And we also decided to close the OMF naked puts, all right, sorry, our portfolio puts for 69 cents on Monday as well, all right? So we've closed out two positions, which actually free up some of our capital, right? But at the same time, all right, I'm going to allocate right now, right, if possible, because I need to drive out those cash flow, all right? So without further ado, all right, I see that the market is not going to go anywhere. All right, but let's see if we have any portfolio updates. Shall we do that? All right, now, so where's my platform? There we are. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. All right, so let me bring out the portfolio. Here we are. All right, and stock number one, WBA. Now, where's WBA? Has been rebounding pretty nicely, all right, but it's still sitting at about 36.50 today, all right, and all right, our stock was actually bought at $45. Okay, now, so with our stock bought at $45, all right, we have no choice right now but to continue holding it. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to hold on to this position, all right, and our second stock position is actually on Intel, all right, now, so Intel, all right, had a bounce. Okay, that's a good thing, all right, okay, because it might signal that the worst is over for Intel over here. Right now, but what I want to do over here now is this, right? Because it has a good jump, right? And because we had a correction over here, right? This now becomes a resistance level, right? And the resistance point at about $29, right now. So because I have a short-term resistance over here, right? I want to see if I can use this opportunity to generate, right, a little bit of cash flow while holding this stock position right now. Okay, now it's going to come with some risk. Okay, now, so that I cannot hide. It's going to come with some risk, right? But, okay, I'm gladly going to assume that risk, okay? And if anything happens, all right, I will actually show all of you live, right, during this Friday session, how, all right, I'm actually going to end up circumventing the risk. Yeah, okay, now, but first, let me explain what I'm doing over here. Right now, for the 18th of November, right, this is what I'm looking at. Right now, I'm looking at the 30 whole number right now. Okay, why? Because right, just after earnings itself, right? If you look at it over here, right, prior to earnings, right, Intel was trading about what 27, yeah, okay, and then it bounced higher on the earnings to 29, and then now it's corrected itself. So it may be stating itself for another bounce. As you can see, the indicators are heading higher, right? But okay, over the next 14 days, all right, I'm going to give it a challenge, right, that it will not bounce higher than this resistance level. Okay, all right, okay, now this resistance level, right now, and that is about 29.86. So I'm going to take the chance, right, to sell some call options with a 30 strike, right, and collect 20 cents, right, for selling this call option. Right now, the reason is because I have 500 shares of Intel right now. So if I successfully sell it, right, for 20 cents, right now, what it's going to do is going to add $100 in terms of cash flow into my coffers, into my pockets. Right now, so I'm going to do that. Okay, but at the same time, right, after it is done, I will explain to all of you, right, where the risk lies, where the risk involves. Okay, now let me just complete the transaction first. Okay, so I'm going to sell 5, 20. Okay, we're done. All right, now, so let me let me verify it to you first. Right, I just sold Intel November 18 $30 call options. I sold 5 of them for 20 cents each. All right, now, so the risk now becomes this. I have a $30 strike call option right now. So if the stock does go above $30 by November 18, right, my stock will actually get taken away from me. Now, so what is going to result over here is it's going to cost me, right, it's going to cost me right a $12.50 loss on the share if it does happen. Okay, if it does happen, right? But on a backup plan, okay, on a backup plan, right now, if it does happen, right, I would actually gladly, right, take that small little loss and buy the share again to put it back in my account. All right, okay, to put it back in my account and then continue. Yeah, okay, so I may be taking some losses, yeah, okay, in the sake of cash flow, right? But I do believe that 30 is a strong resistance point, at least for now, right, over the next 2 weeks, right? Because I don't see a lot of strength in the market, yeah, okay, and more so with this stock, right? But I may be wrong, so I'm prepared, right? Now, so if I'm prepared, do make sure that you come back, right? You come back on the, when is it? 18th of November live session. Right, I'll show you how I tackle it. I'll show you how I deal with it. All right. Okay. So we'll unfold this together. Right. But for right now, right, I've added a covered call, right, and generated about $100. Now, do be aware if you're not comfortable, right, with this action, right, you're fully able to just skip it. Right. If you find that Terence, $100 is not worth the risk of the loss on the stock, then that's perfectly fine. Right. You can choose to stay out over here. Right. So today is 4th of November. All right, 0.2. Okay, that's $100 in cash flow. All right, now, so that is done. All right, so that is done. All right, and we'll move on to the next position. All right, so I have VZ. All right, so I have VZ over here at $50 a piece. All right, and VZ right now, right, is trading at about 37. So that's a little bit too far. So I'm not going to do anything. All right, our next position is ANF. All right, I have an $18 stock, right, and an $18 call option on it, right? And ANF right now, where's my ANF? Where is it? Oh man, I've got the wrong portfolio. There we are. My apologies. All right, ANF over here, it's at 1743. All right, 1743 over here. All right, now, so we're going to hang on to it. All right, we've got about 2 more weeks to go on this. All right, so we are still in a pretty good position. So no actions to be done. All right, now, next position over here is AT&T. All right, we have a covered call on it at $18 as well. All right, and that also means that there's nothing to be done. And at the moment, right, it does seem like our stock will get taken away from us 2 weeks from now if it stays this way. All right, now, so our next position over here is TSN, right? We did have the stock at 77.50, right? The stock has rebounded since to 67.80, right? But we're not going to do anything, right? There's nothing we can do at the moment. All right, we have KSS, a $30 put option, right? And the stock has since fallen back to about 27.30, right? For now, we're going to stay put. All right, why? Because if you realize KSS premiums have been pretty rich, right? So come next week, right? If we are still in this state, all right, I may actually do, right, the extension of expiry again, all right, and then see if we can continue to generate more cash flow, all right? So now it's still a little bit too early. I'll give it one more week, and then we'll reassess it next week together, okay? All right, so no actions on KSS. All right, our next position, gold, GOLD, Barack Gold. So Barack Gold has rebounded today, right? After the Fed announcement, it suffered a big drop, right? But today it's back up, all right? So we're close to $14 again, all right? And we are sitting okay, all right? We're sitting okay, all right? Now HBI, all right, has bounced up a little bit to $7, right? And we have a $9 put, all right? So we're staying put on this one, no actions. All right, our next position is Pfizer, all right? So Pfizer did better after earnings, and is now sitting at about 47.38. Okay, now we collected 85 cents premium. Let's see how much this costs today. All right, 45. So it costs about 20 cents today. All right, now, so let me have a look. $0.20. No. All right, there's not much significance over here. All right, so I'm just going to stay put for the moment. All right, I'll let it wind down over the next 2 weeks. All right, I'm pretty confident it'll stay above. All right, now, so we are at about $1,674. All right, that means I still have to add on about $325 over here. All right, now, so do I have some trades all lined up and planned up? All right, I actually do. All right, I actually do. All right, so today, all right, I would want, right, to add a new position. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, all right, I want to add a new position. All right, now let me confirm it over here first. That I've got the right symbol. Hang on. Oh man, it ran up. Market is up. It ran up. Nonetheless, I'm going to take it. All right, I'm going to take it. All right, now. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to trade VFC. All right, now what VFC? VFC is a VF comp. All right, now it's another retail brand. All right, okay, let me show you what it does over here. All right, now, so as you can see, all right, it's an apparel, footwear, and accessories company. All right, it holds brands like Outdoor, all right, which, you know, many of us, if you're my age, all right, you know what the brand is, but most of the youngsters probably don't, right? And it also runs shoes like Vans, all right, North Face, all right, so North Face is pretty popular these days, right? And Timberlands, yeah, all right, now, so it also runs the active range compares Vans, Supreme, all right, Kipling, Eastpak, and Jansport. Wow, all right, it carries more brands that I'm familiar with. Right now, so what I like about it is this. Right now, it's generated. The PE ratio is a bit off. Okay, all right, I'll show you in a while. Right, this PE ratio is not accurate. Now, what I like about this company right now is that the 5-year average PE ratio is about 33 times. Right, and right now, I believe the company trades at around 10 times PE. Right, we'll calculate it together in a while. Right, but what I really like is the current ratio as well. Right, the current ratio of 2 shows me that the company is very liquid. Right now, so it's very liquid as compared to the debts that it actually takes on, right? So I don't have to worry about the cash flow when it comes to this company, right? And the good part is the dividends is actually paying 7%, right? So it pays a very, very good and rich dividend, right? And it doesn't have any cash flow problems, right? So I hope you see where I'm going over here, right? Now, so next, I did say that the earnings calculation is off, right? Now, the reason is because if we add up the last 4 quarters, right, the most recent one is 73 cents. Okay. Now, so if we add 73 cents to this, right, which is $1.35, that is already $2. Okay. Now, another 2 quarters over here, 45 and 9 cents. So I'm just going to round it off to 50 cents. Should I do that? Now, so that's $2, $2.50. Now, so if you look at it right now, right, it's about 28.66. Right. Before today, right, we're pretty much close to about the 10 times PE. So today it's about 11 or 12. I think it's still pretty good. Yeah, okay. Now another reason, right, as you can see, all right, this stock has been punished. It's been sold off from 75, all right, all the way down, right? It's like a one-way track down, right, despite delivering profits, all right? And if you look at things, all right, profits actually went down, right, but now it seems to be rebounding, right? So that's a little bit of strength over here. And going into the last quarter, remember this, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the last quarter. It is the festive season, right? Okay, now, so will there be more sales that's generated by the retail, right? Do we expect a better quarter heading into December, right? So I like what I see over here, right? So what I'm going to do over here is I'm going to take selling the November, right, is too short, right? So I'm going to do one of those 2 months, contracts over here, right, where we'll recognize the premiums into the 2 months itself, halfways. Okay, all right, now, so we're going to go after, okay, give me a minute. Okay, all right, now, so I'm going to go after the December contract, right? So it's going to expire on 16th of December, which brings us into the Christmas rally, the festive season sale, so that's a good thing. And I'm going to go for the 2750. Okay, now, so let me see if I can get, that. No, it doesn't seem like you want to give it to me. All right, so I'm just going to nail it. All right, as all of you can see over here, I nailed it. I took it. All right, and it got me filled at $1.31. Okay, now let's just verify. All right, I sold VFC December 16, 2750 puts, right? Portfolio puts on my account. I sold 5 of them, right, for $1.31. All right, so 5 of them for $1.31. So let's go ahead and put it into our recordings, okay? All right, now, so Andy, all right, now, so I'll answer your comments in a while, okay, Andy? I just saw your comments, all right? Now, so let me record this down first. Okay, here we are. All right, so trade number 41. Oh, man. Oh, no, we're still in the month of November. I thought we crossed over. All right, so I did 5 VFC portfolio puts for 16th of December. All right, I did a 2750. All right, we did it on the 4th of November. All right, and we collected 131. All right, now, so this is going to generate, $655 in total cash flow, right? Of which I'm going to divide it over the course of 2 months. All right, look, ladies and gentlemen, just one position and I'm set. Nice, I like it. Okay, now, so this is the December cash flow. Let me verify this again. All right, we are from here all the way to here. Voila. Yes, 2001.50 cents. We are there. All right, but I'm supposed to split this down as well. All right, because it's a 2-part cash flow. All right, now, so that's the position that I want to add. All right, and adding that position brings us over the board, ladies and gentlemen. All right, okay, so I'm over the board for the month of November. Yay, month 8. All right, and we also started to load up. Hang on. We started to load up 327.50, right, for the month of December, which is month number 9. Month number 9. Yeah, okay, now, so with that, all right, I seem to be done for this month's portfolio. All right, so whatever it does over the next 2 weeks, all right, my cash flow is locked in over $2,000. I did it yet again. I keep looking at the wrong camera. All right, I did it yet again, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Now, so to answer the questions, let me just bring the screen closer. All right, so the first question I have is, Terence, why not sell covered calls as well on WBA? Right now, the reason is pretty simple, because I actually believe that WBA can rally, right? It can actually rally stronger than Intel. Right now, the reason I say this is because many of their competitors, CVS, CAH, after their earnings have all shot up. Right now, and there's still a couple more, if I'm not wrong. So if these competitors report good earnings, yeah, okay, all right, now the upside is there. And now the reason is also this, right? There's still many clouds overhanging over Intel. So that puts pressure on the stock. But if you have read the news recently, I think just this week, all right, now they have finally come up with an amount, right, for their opioid case settlement. All right, so that cloud is already taken away, right? Okay, the determining the amount, right, of the fine has been determined, right? So that uncertainty has been taken away, right? And as you know, the stock market, if any uncertainty is taken away, right, okay, people like it, right? And people like the valuation, they can actually push it, right, very, very much higher. Yeah, okay. Now, so that's what you'll be seeing over here. All right, now, so Facebook user, can you do me a favor first? All right, I need to swing up the banner again. I apologize. All right, so if this is your first session with us, do head to streamyard.com/Facebook. All right, okay, and then click on the Facebook banner so that you can approve your profile so I know who's leaving this comment. Okay, all right, so if you can do that for me, that'd be really awesome. All right, and yes, just to answer your question, the answer is no. All right, okay, the answer is no, yes and no. All right, yes and no. All right, because for our Friday session, right, I'm doing it in a public format. All right, so anyone from the public, all right, can understand what we do over here. All right, and this portfolio right now, right, is valued at about 114,000. Yeah, okay, 114,000. Now, so the basis is, right, I'm only selling portfolio puts. Okay, now a portfolio put means, right, if I'm delivered on any of the shares, okay, I do have the money, right, to actually hold those shares. Just for example, right, I've picked up 500 shares of WBA at $45. And if you look at it over here, I have the $22,500, right, to own those shares inside my account, right? So I'm fully liquid, right? But what we do over here is for portfolio puts, if they remain in a put option position, all right, okay, I will only allocate 70% of the total amount. All right, why? It allows me to over leverage my portfolio a little bit, right? But without running into any margin problems at all. Right now, I've been doing it this way for more than 10 years, 15 years right now, right? And it's never bumped into any problems. Right now, for the very simple reason, right, before I even pick any stocks, right, they are already severely undervalued. They are good, profitable companies for a very long time, and they are severely undervalued. So what it means is there is very little downside I look at. Yeah, okay, all right, but okay, more stabilization and more upside, which is how I generate my cash flow. Right? Of course, there are going to be exceptions. As you look at my portfolio right now, you can see 3 or 4 of them. Right? Okay, especially WBA, especially Intel, especially Verizon. Yeah, okay, they have been the hammers of the portfolio, but I've never ran into cash flow trouble, right? And that is the key, right, of your success as an option seller, right? Never run out of cash, right? You can use it in the best possible manner, right? Which comes from experience, of course, right? Which I actually have some kind of news for some of you, right? Okay, who are not inside our community. Yeah, okay, some good news in a while. Okay, now, so I hope I answered your question, Facebook user. All right, and if you could do me a favor, all right, okay, in return, all right, go to the website, all right, and then approve your Facebook profile so we can see who's leaving the comments, okay? All right, now, thank you very much. Okay, all right, now, so I'm actually done for today's session over here in terms of today's content. All right, thank you very much, Jimmy. All right, now, I'm done for today's content. So if any of you have questions, all right, okay, do feel free to start posting them, all right, while I share some of the information and news over here, yeah? All right, now, so Kay over here from YouTube, thank you very much for joining me from YouTube. All right, now, if any of you don't know, right, we are streaming this over YouTube as well. We do have a YouTube channel, right? So if you head over to YouTube, you could also subscribe and like it, so you actually be notified when any of these sessions are scheduled. Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, so Kay is asking, can the cash flow be withdrawn to sustain living expenses on a month-to-month basis, or it cannot be withdrawn? Give me a minute. Or it cannot be withdrawn because the market is down, right? And it's locked in as collateral. At the moment, I would say no. Okay. At the moment, I would say no. But at the start of every month, right, once my positions are liquefied. Okay, now let me explain this. I hope it's not too technical. Right, once my position is liquefied, all right, if I do intend, right, to withdraw that cash flow, then what I will do is I will not increase, right, my capital available. I hope you see where I'm going. Because I plan in my portfolio, right, to let it grow. But okay, if I do intend to withdraw, right, I may do it once every year, right? Once every year or once every 6 months instead. Right now, so when you make that withdrawal, you just reduce this back to $100,000. So what it tells you is that based on all your positions, it tells you, right, what kind of over leverage are you using and doing based on your available capital, right? So you'll never run a short, basically. Yeah. All right, Kay. I hope I put some perspective into your context. And Facebook user, you're not done it. Okay, I'm not done it. So unfortunately, I'm going to make this a hard and fast rule. Okay, all right now. So going forward over here from this session onwards, right? If we cannot recognize your Facebook profile, all right, okay, we will not answer the question. All right, I apologize for that. Right, because it just takes a simple step for you to head over, right, verify your profile over here so that we can see actually who's leaving comments. All right, I'll be more than happy to answer the question. Yeah, okay, I would love to put a face, right, to the question that comes in, right? So I hope you can see from that perspective, right? We've been doing this without fail as best as we can every single Friday on Facebook Live, right? Actually, we've hit 2 years right now in total, right? And we're still doing this, right, just to show common investors of the public, right, that you don't need to know a lot, right? You can do very simple stuff, right? And no matter what the market throws at you, right, you'll still be able to generate a very, very simple cash flow, right? Of which we have hit 8 months in a row right now. We are on course to hitting our 8th month, all right? Okay, now, so that's a good thing over here, right? Now, and here's the good news, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you, all right, who are new with us, right now, so if you have joined me long enough, but you have never decided or never been part of our community, right, and you want to basically experience, right, building a cash flow portfolio, right, alongside with me, right, and with just a starting capital of $2,000, not the 100,000 you're seeing over here, right, but how do we use options instead, right, and option strategies, right, to craft exactly the same stocks, right, the same type of stocks that we trade, right, into a portfolio where you can build with just $2,000. All right, now what kind of returns are you looking at? You're looking at the same returns from a percentage perspective, right? We're looking at generating anywhere from 20%, right, to as high as even 60%, right? And we're going to build a risk-neutral portfolio. So it gets exciting, actually, right? So if you're not on board, right, any of our communities right now, right, this is that one-time opportunity, right? Because we're going to run a dedicated mentorship, right, and live trading bootcamp, right, just to show common investors before the end of 2022, right, how they can all build this simple portfolio for themselves, right? So if you actually have an interest in this, right, okay, it doesn't cost much, right? It's just a couple of $100, right? But if you have interest, right, okay, after seeing our results, right, every single week over here, right, okay, do send an email to my team, right? Here's the email address, b@impossibleinvestors.com, right? Okay, we still have a couple of open slots left, right? And the bootcamp starts on 19th of November, right? If I didn't get the date wrong, it's supposed to be a Saturday. Yeah, okay, it's going to start on the 19th of November. Yeah, all right, now, so with that, let me go back and let me see if there are any questions for me. All right, so Nian, you don't need to be in it. Yeah, all right, Nian, you don't need to come to this dedicated membership because it's already included in your entire package, Nian. That's what I said, it's only for the public. Okay, Nian? No, you don't need to. All right, it's part of your entire membership itself. Okay. Nian, I know you're going to ask me which one is it. All right, we're going to do the 2020. All right, so this is a 2020 dedicated membership before the end of 2022. Okay, Nian? All right, so it seems like I don't have any questions from those of you who are joining me live. So if that's the case, I'm going to leave you in the good hands of your very own weekend over here. All right, Jimmy. All right, I'm watching that. All right, but Jimmy, remember, all right, the recording is already made available in the archives for members. So you don't have to attend this session live itself. And we are already running a portfolio at this very moment. And believe it or not, Jimmy, we've locked in, all right, come close to 10% in just the last 4 months. Yeah, 4 months, 10%. All right, and we are on course to delivering probably 30, 40%, right, on the course of the first year for their particular portfolio. All right, so it's pretty good, right, if you consider where the market is going. All right, so with that, thank you very much for joining me once again. All right, I hope you enjoyed this Friday's content and the cash flow we generated. All right, as of right now, let me just show you before I leave. Oh, where's my mouse? There we go. All right, my portfolio right now, the exposure, all right, of my portfolio. This doesn't need, oops, sorry. This doesn't need any margins. Right, my portfolio exposure right now is about $127,000, ladies and gentlemen. All right, of which my portfolio right now, oh man, what did I undo? Here I am. Here we are. Right, so I'm utilizing about $127,500 in total demands, right? And my portfolio is available with a capital of $115,000. I'm just rounding it up. Yeah, okay. So I'm over leveraged by close to about what, 10%, right? Which is nothing significant. Yeah, all right. Now it allows me to do that. So even if the market collapse, right, I won't be running into any cash flow problems or cash flow troubles. Yeah, all right. Now, so that's the case over here. All right, and let's meet again next Friday, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now I do have, let me put this up front. I do potentially have a clash of schedule, all right, with a mentorship program, right, next Friday. So I may have to call off the session, right? But if I don't see you, right, the updates will go out into Facebook as usual, right, on any of the trades, right? And okay, if I don't see you next week, I'll see you definitely, right, on the 18th of November, expiry Friday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you once again for joining me for this live portfolio building session. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, please hit the like button, right? Help me share this video out so they can reach to more people, right? Amidst this rising interest rate environment, people are getting more and more scared. People want to make their money, but they are more afraid as well. All right, so if you can help them just by hitting the share button, right, it would, it just means a lot. All right, now, so they'll probably be finding information somewhere else as well. So if you like the content that I've done and shared with you, all right, and we're going to continue to do so as well. All right, now, so please help us hit the share button and also the likes. All right, now, so ladies and gentlemen, all right, I'm doing this for like what? Just 9 likes? Thank you very much. Oh man, you guys are tough. All right, now, so seems like I'm not appreciated. So maybe I should just call it off and take my Friday back to myself. All right, now, so without further ado, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you 2 Fridays from now. Bye-bye, ladies and gentlemen. Bye-bye. Good night.